I'm here for a little, divine intervention.
Wait, you want to fight too, Lady Palutena?
I'm no stranger to fighting. Have you forgotten that time we fought each other?
Well, yeah, sure. But that was when the Chaos Skin had you under mind control.
Well, anything an angel can do, a goddess can do better. Perhaps you'd like to see some of the powers I once used to protect you. Heavenly Light, Explosive Flame, Warp, Rocket Jump, Reflect, Auto Reticle, Jump Glide, Counter, Super Speed, Angelic Missile, Celestial Fireworks, Lightweight, Black Hole, Mega Laser.
You don't have to prove anything to me, Lady Palutena.
Looks like angels only talk big.
Many worthy foes have gathered here. And I won't hold back on anyone. Dark Pit. You just dropped in to crash my party?
Uh-huh.
宮本です。こんにちは。今ゲームパッドとテレビを使った新しいゲームをいっぱい作ってます。これはね、とても新しい体験のゲームがたくさんできたんですけども、今度 E3 でいくつかお見せしたいと思います。ゲームパッドを使って遊んでると大きなテレビを見てる。そうすると遊んでる人以外にも周りで見てる人も楽しいんですね。ぜひとも周りで見てても楽しい新しい経験を E3 のフロアでも見ていってください。よろしく。
Nintendo Minute Live at E3 and all aboard the E3 hype train.
That's right.
I'm Kit, I'll be your conductor. This is Krista, she's going to be punching your ticket, and I have officially taken this analogy way too far.
You have.
We're going to be breaking down the Nintendo Digital event today and also sharing some information that you haven't seen yet. But Krista, why don't we begin? And why don't we begin with this?
Yes, so this is the interactive figures called Amiibo. Kit has one right here. This is Mario.
Yep.
And we saw a little bit about this in the digital event, but there's more to talk about with Amiibo. So why don't we start off with what is different about Amiibo and what sets it apart from games like Skylanders or Disney Infinity?
So the Amiibo platform is meant to go across a number of different games. So this Mario figure that I have here, I can use it in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, but I can also use it for future games down the line that support Amiibo. And it's really up to the developers to determine how they want to implement Amiibo into their games. So it's a very flexible platform that gives developers a lot of options.
Yeah, and we have a really cool trailer hosted by one of our favorite people ever, Bill Trinan. So why don't we run that trailer now so you can see more about Amiibo?
I'll get you. I'll get you, Mario. No way. I'm not gonna win. Ha! Ha! Oh. Hello, everyone. I'm Bill Trinan from Nintendo's Treehouse. Looks like you caught me playing with my toys. When I was a kid, I used to spend a lot of time imagining who would win when my toys got into a fight. And sometimes, I still do. But wouldn't it be fun if you could actually find out? Well, pretty soon you can. You see, while these may seem like regular figures, they actually hold a secret within. We're calling them Amiibo. And we're going to create Amiibo for a variety of Nintendo characters, games, and series starting later this year. When you touch these Amiibo to the Wii U gamepad controller, you will see these characters come to life in your games in many different ways. Amiibo will expand the gameplay experience of supporting titles and bring about new types of fun and new ways to interact with your favorite Nintendo characters. But since it's probably difficult to imagine how Amiibo will expand your experience, I'd like to show you. So let me explain using the first of many upcoming Amiibo-compatible games, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, which will release this holiday alongside the first series of Amiibo. Now when I talk about figures and Smash Bros., fans of the series will probably think of this. This was the opening video from Super Smash Bros. Melee. The original concept behind this series is that figures come to life and do battle all on their own. Don't you wish you could have figures like these? Well, that wish is about to come true with Amiibo. Let's say you head over to a friend's house with a Link figure in tow. Your friend has a Wii Fit trainer figure, and luckily, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Each figure contains the spirit of the character they represent. So, when you touch an Amiibo to the Wii U gamepad, that character will appear in the game to do battle while you cheer it on from the sidelines, just like the original concept for the Smash Bros. Series. There are many different ways to engage these characters in battle. You can pit them against other figures, you can face off against them yourself, they can team up and fight alongside you, and they may even be able to beat up your friends for you, in the game of course. Every time your Amiibo battles, its abilities will get a small boost. Through battle, they can increase their overall level, along with their defense and attack powers. They can even learn tactics to become stronger opponents. In fact, through training, they can become quite formidable. Fighting against your Amiibo is going to be a lot more interesting than fighting against a plain old CPU opponent. Remember, even if you and a friend both buy Link figures, they won't be the same. You can customize their special moves based on the character's unique capabilities. That means your Link Amiibo becomes your personal version of Link that you can train and customize in ways that make it different from your friend's version of Link. You get to breathe new life into each figure as you watch them evolve and witness their personality take shape. This unique data will be collected and stored inside each Amiibo. In this way, each Amiibo is your own unique figure that can act as your alter ego, partner, or rival, just by playing together. Plus, if you battle your Amiibo against other Amiibo, they will level up faster than against CPU or human opponents. Collect your favorite figures, then battle, train, level up, and form your own unique bond with them. Who knows, your Amiibo may even be able to beat that one friend you never seem to be able to take down on your own. When we launch Super Smash Bros. For Wii U this winter, we plan to release several Super Smash Bros. Amiibo as well. Now isn't this a sight to behold? And there are plans for even more characters on the way, so look forward to hearing more. And remember, Super Smash Bros. Isn't the only game that will use Amiibo. We also plan to make games like Mario Kart 8, Mario Party 10, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and Yoshi's Woolly World compatible with Amiibo. Are you wondering how each of those games will interact with Amiibo? Well, each game is different, so look forward to hearing more about them in the future. We have other plans for Amiibo too. More games and figures are in the works as I speak. And one more thing. Next year, we plan to release a peripheral that will make it so you can use Amiibo on Nintendo 3DS too. So look forward to Nintendo 3DS games that take advantage of Amiibo as well. Combining Amiibo with our games opens up a whole range of potential new gameplay experiences. It's one of the most exciting things Nintendo is debuting at E3. Stay tuned for future announcements about Amiibo and the games that will use them. Thanks for watching.
Well, what'd you think? I think you will definitely be collecting all of the Amiibo figures.
I have my own personal prediction about Amiibo to share. I will own them all.
Yes, you are a hoarder, so you definitely will own them all, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we talked about a ton of Wii U titles in the Nintendo Digital event, but we can't forget about Nintendo 3DS. So let's talk about that really quickly right now. So we're really excited to announce two Nintendo 3DS titles right now. Fantasy Life will be launching on October 24th of this year from Level 5. And this is a really cool new take on an RPG where you get to play through the game and you get to do different jobs and you literally get to get a life. So
Level 5 makes great
Yeah.
RPGs. And another game to talk about, two of your favorite series coming together.
Yes, so I'm a huge fan of Professor Layton, and you guys know that I'm a huge fan of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series, and these two games are coming together in Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and that launches also for Nintendo 3DS on August 29th. So really, really excited about those two games
Yeah.
coming together.
And we've got more Nintendo 3DS news coming throughout the week here at E3. Later tonight, we're doing a developer roundtable with Mr. Sakurai on Super Smash Bros. So he'll be talking about the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS games. That starts at 7 o'clock Pacific tonight. And we will be live tweeting that, so you'll want to follow along at Nintendo of America, and we'll be tagging the discussion with Smash Brothers,
Yep.
of course. And then we have another developer roundtable tomorrow night, which starts at 6 p.m. Pacific, where we'll be revealing an entirely new Nintendo 3DS game that we haven't talked about before. We will also be live tweeting that, so you won't want to miss that either.
Yeah, don't miss that.
Yeah.
Before we jump over to some more discussion about Wii U, let's talk really quickly about eShop. We have some really cool eShop games coming out for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, so let's take a look at another trailer right now. That was a cool trailer.
Yeah, a
Do
lot
you
of
like
great
that?
stuff on the way from Nintendo eShop. I think we're going to be talking about a lot of those games in the upcoming Nintendo Minute.
I think so
Yeah.
too. So before we jump off of eShop, we wanted to let you guys know of a really cool offer that you can take advantage of. Starting today, you can save up to 30% on the top franchises featured at E3, and that includes Mario, The Legend of Zelda, Yoshi. So go over to the eShop, get your discount, and the offer is good until 8:59 p.m. Pacific time on June 16th. All right, so one game that we wanted to tell you guys about that was not included in the digital event is Mario Party 10.
Right, and Bill mentioned this in the video that we just saw.
Right.
But there's a lot more to this game.
Right. So Mario Party 10 is playable on our show floor, and it actually features Bowser as the star.
Right. Bowser is the star of the game. We are jokingly referring to it as Bowser Party.
Right. So it's really cool gameplay. One player plays as Bowser on the Wii U gamepad. Basically, you get to be a huge jerk to all your friends, which is something I love to do. So I hope you guys like Mario Party 10. It's going to be a cool game.
I'll be on the receiving end of your jerkiness.
Of course.
Can't wait.
Always.
And of course, as we saw in Bill's video, the game does utilize Amiibo, so that's great.
Yes.
So why don't we jump into the digital event and really dig into that and talk about some of our personal favorites. I know we had a lot of really favorite moments throughout the video. I'll go first.
You go first.
So for me, it had to have been Splatoon. So this is a game that we got a chance to play a little bit before E3 started with a group of people who were playing the game for the first time. And I was really struck by two things. First of all, how quickly people got a hang of the game and really started having fun with it. And second, just how people were able to implement the game's depth right away.
Yeah.
So the idea of the game is you're painting the territory with your team's ink, and you try and get as much of it as you can that way. I noticed some people would stay back near their base and
protect the base.
Protect the base.
Someone's got to do it.
Make sure that nobody got in there. So no matter what happened, they had that territory and they were watching over it. I saw some other people that had the totally opposite strategy, and they would charge ahead and go into the opponent's base and basically try to put the other team into a panic and disrupt them from whatever tactics they were trying to implement.
And if you're doing that, I think the best thing to do is go with a friend. It's 4-on-4 multiplayer that we're showing, and it was nice that one person stayed back and then two people sort of charged forward to really, again, put your opponent's team in a panic, right?
And like we saw in the digital event, if somebody is ahead, you can just tap them on the gamepad and you'll shoot right over the map to them. So it's a good way to catch up if somebody's up ahead and needs some help.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the third tactic I saw is, in the digital event we saw, you can transform into a squid and swim through your own team's ink.
Right.
And you can move very quickly, but another advantage is it's very hard for the other team to see you.
Right, you're like camouflaged.
So they would stay in squid form in their team's ink and wait for the other team to pass by, pop up, take them out, and then go back in.
Yeah.
So these were all tactics that developed sort of on the fly as people were playing the game for the first couple times.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see what happens when people play this game more and how new tactics emerge and change over time.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun, and we just kept saying like one more time. We couldn't stop playing that game. It's so much fun. So let's move on to my personal favorite from the Nintendo Digital event, and that has to be Yoshi's Woolly World. I am such a fan of Yoshi already, and this new game world that he's in, this knitted world, is amazing. And this might sound kind of weird, but I just want to reach into the television, like squeeze the game.
It does have a very plush feel. Like when you hit the ground, it sort of has a very soft impact.
Yeah, definitely. And knitted Yoshi is adorable, but also the game world is built in a way where there's a ton of exploration. You can do things like pull a loose yarn, and a whole section of the game will kind of unravel and open up, where you do something in the game and things sort of knit together and create new places for you to go.
Very interactive that way.
Yeah, and there's no time limit, so you can spend your time really exploring the world, which I love. And I need to get my hands on the Yoshi plushie, the knitted Yoshi plushie. That's gonna be my personal mission at E3 is to get one of those.
And we got the chance to play the game co-op.
Yes.
And I thought I was helping you out while we were playing. You seem to have a different impression of it.
No, you were hindering me. But anyways, we'll work on that some other time. But very fun. You can play the game as co-op, and it was a ton of fun.
Yeah. And then, of course, something I think we both agree was a huge moment in the digital event. First look at the next game in the Legend of Zelda series for Wii U. Big moment for Mr. Aonuma to reveal his game.
Yeah, and I mean, that moment where Mr. Aonuma goes and the game pops up, amazing. I did it. Nothing happened. Nothing's there.
Live. What?
Oh, not Hyrule. What? But when he did that and the world just sort of appeared behind him, it was so beautiful,
And he's talked for a while about wanting to change the conventions of Zelda. And you can see what he's doing with this game, of having this big open world. And I thought he had a great point about how it's this big open world, but he's really reinforcing some of the cores of the series with the puzzle solving, of how even getting from point A to point B in this big world can be a puzzle in itself.
Right, and just having the world connected finally like that is going to be so much fun. And one other thing I really loved is how he was saying that one of the conventions of Zelda, one of the iconic things about Zelda is that you have this very peaceful world, which we saw in the video. It's very peaceful, and then all of a sudden it's disrupted by something really exciting and kind of scary,
Yeah.
right? Like the enemy that showed up was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then all the action takes place and disrupts this sort of calm
Yeah.
world of Hyrule. So
And we
that
got-
was wonderful.
And we got a great look at the game's new art style,
Yeah.
which looks fantastic. I think this is one that I will be freeze framing and going
Yes.
through later tonight.
Obsessively
Yes.
going through. What
We're
is
gonna
this?
break it down.
We hope you guys did that too, because
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot to take in that, just in that short bit of the
Right.
video. So lastly, somebody showed up.
Yeah, we saw Mr. Miyamoto, and he talked about how he's working on some new projects that
Yeah.
really take advantage of the gamepad. And you know, the screen was a little bit blurred out. I think I know what I saw, but I guess we'll find out
Yeah,
soon
we'll
enough.
find out soon enough. Show
Yeah.
floor is almost open, so we'll find out. But
Right.
Mr. Miyamoto is always full of surprises, so
Yes.
I'm sure he won't disappoint. Great. So before we let you guys go, we're going to bring up Eric Peterson from our Nintendo Treehouse to tell you guys a little bit about Treehouse Live at E3.
Hey everybody, how's it
Hey,
going?
Eric.
Hi.
Good to see you.
How are you doing today?
We're going to talk about Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3, which is actually the set that we're on right now.
Yes, so it's literally right here.
It's happening right here, and we're doing a live stream that we've never done before. This is
Right.
totally new, totally groundbreaking for us. And what we're going to be doing is really going in depth on the games that everybody just saw in the digital event. So I know you guys had a ton of questions about, you know, like what was that? What did it play like? What does it feel like? We're bringing in the Treehouse crew. These are the guys and gals who really know these games better than anyone else. They live and breathe these games. I mean, they're going to be doing live, unscripted, long-form demos. We're going to be going super deep in these games, showing all the details, giving you guys all the information that you want. We're also going to have devs dropping by. So the
Right.
developers themselves are going to be coming here, you know, giving anecdotes about development and talking about, you know, what it is that they love about these games. And really excited about that. Actually, this morning, we're going to be going in-depth on Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
Nice.
So people are going to be seeing that for the first time. It's really exciting. Mr. Miyamoto is dropping by this morning, and he's
very
going to be
important.
showing a couple things here. I don't want to ruin the surprises. We also have a game just this morning that actually isn't on the show floor at all. So
Oh.
this is the only way that you can see that game, and we're going to be going super in-depth on that game. I'm really excited. Also, all kinds of other surprises. We are actually live for all of the show floor hours. So something like 23 hours of content going in-depth on this stuff. So excited to see how this thing goes.
Yeah, so you guys don't want to miss it. This is going to be a ton of great new game information, new surprises, and you need to see it. So don't close your browser.
No,
ever.
no. This is going to be a thing that, you know, you're at work. It's going to be in the bottom left
right.
corner of your screen.
Your boss
I don't
don't
want
care,
to. I don't
don't
want to
worry.
encourage that, but yeah, this is something really, you can't turn this thing off.
Don't
I mean,
turn it
you know,
off.
it's going to be this continuous stream, nonstop game demos,
That's
going
right.
in depth. And we're going to be showing you everything about, you know, Splatoon. You know, you guys just saw it for the first time.
Yeah.
Talking about strategies, talking about play-by-plays. A lot of different games coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. We can't wait to see all of that happen. And then another thing that's happening today, actually today's Tuesday, so this afternoon at 4, we have a Smash tournament happening,
It's
right?
just a little thing. It's just
Just a
it's
little
not a
thing.
it's
Yeah.
no big deal, right? It's just
global
the
players
first
or anything.
tournament that Nintendo has ever held for Smash Brothers. It's not no big deal. Huge amount of excitement, and you know
Yeah.
everyone who's here down in LA just seen this massive crowd forming. You know
huge
around
line outside
around
already.
the Nokia
It's
Theater. You know,
amazing.
just so many Smash fans, people dressed up, people
Yes.
excited. We are going to be having a tournament with some of the best players of Smash
around the
you know,
world.
from
From
around
Literally
the,
from around the world.
You
Yeah.
know, it is going to be an amazing time. We're going to be having them play, and you know, really, they're getting their hands on the game for the first time.
Yeah.
You know, and this is everyone's opportunity to see the game in action. You know,
I think that's
It's
a
gonna
really
be-
interesting part of this tournament
Yeah.
is how people can adapt,
Yeah,
how quickly they can
absolutely.
adapt and learn
Yeah.
to this
Right.
new
Yeah,
game.
absolutely.
And that makes it fun too,
Right.
and different,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
they also are kind of doing a special draft to get their characters.
I mean, even that is just interesting.
Right.
You know, and these are players that are, you know, famous for playing a particular character. Are they going to get that character? Are they not going to get that character? How are they going to adapt to the new
Drama
characters?
built.
The drama, and you know, these matches are going to be absolutely amazing. I'm
Yes.
definitely going to be there and hanging out. And
We'll be
I'm
there. We'll be watching. We'll
so
be
excited,
cheering.
and that will be live streamed.
Right.
Yes.
You know, right here. So
Yeah.
you know, I'm really excited about that. You guys have to check it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That big question of what we've been discussing is, do you have a personal favorite that you think might be the
Aha.
front runner
Oh,
to
you
win?
know I can't. You know I can't pick favorites. I mean,
diplomatic.
I am. Look,
All right.
I have to remain impartial. But
All right.
who do you guys?
What's
well,
your
What do you
favorite?
guys got here?
You might spell win W-I-N. I spell it K-E-N.
Oh,
yes.
All right.
I think
right,
Ken
all
has
right,
the
all right,
experience. I
all
think
right.
he will
Yeah.
be, like I said, he will be quickly able
right.
to adapt to the new game.
He's got a really
He's
good
my
shot.
pick.
He's got
He's
a
got
really
a
good
good
shot.
shot.
How about you,
Krista?
Krista?
King of Smash. Well, I do love Ken. I think he's definitely going to give us a great show. But I'm gonna pick Korean DJ or KDJ. I
Okay.
think he has a cool style.
Yeah.
He's very like easygoing, and he can like do it under the pressure, you know.
Yeah.
And I just like him. He can play the violin. That's pretty cool too.
Well, it's a big stage. There's going to be a lot of pressure, and I think there's going to be some trash talking too. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
Well, it's Smash.
Yeah,
So.
these are players who know each other well, and I think that we're going to have a good match tonight. I am so excited to see how this thing turns out.
Yeah, me
Is
too.
there going to be a little wager here? What's going on?
Maybe.
No.
Yeah.
You
No?
know. Let's talk after this. All right, so that's it for Nintendo Minute Live here at E3. Make sure you go to youtube.com/Nintendo and check out our other Nintendo Minutes. We had so much fun talking to you guys today. Have a great E3, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.